Happy New Year! In this year's first video, I want to talk to you about pensions. Pensions are a great way of obtaining tax relief. As an individual, you could claim up to 40% or even 45% tax relief on your pension contributions. The way it works is you will get 20% put into your pension pot by the government, and the remaining 20 or 25% to bring you to 40 or 45% is often claimed through your tax return. This is done by extending the rate at which you pay basic rate tax. So instead of paying 40% from the 50,000, the pension contribution extends such that you pay 20% on up to the contribution, and then after that, so it's 50,000 plus whatever you've contributed, you then start paying 40% tax. When considering the amount of pension contributions you need to do, from a tax perspective, we've got to think about an annual allowance. Annual allowance is the maximum amount you can contribute into a pension contribution in a year. At the moment, the maximum amount you can contribute is £60,000. However, there could be some brought forward allowances which have been unused in the past. There is often a misunderstanding between the unused allowances and carryback. Fundamentally, you are allowed to look back 3 years and look at the amount of contributions you have made. If you have made below the maximum allowed, you can use the unused allowances in the current tax year. So, for example, if last year you contributed £20,000 and the limit was £40,000, you have an unused allowance of £20,000 which you can bring forward in the tax year. This means that in the current tax year, you are allowed £60,000 for this year plus a further £20,000, giving you a total of £80,000 as a maximum. The second thing to bear in mind is the contributions obtain tax relief in the year you made the contribution. So for example, if we made £80,000 as a contribution this year, as for my earlier example, that £80,000 will be subject to tax relief in the current tax year. We cannot carry back pension contributions to prior years. I think it is important to understand that tax relief is obtained in the year the actual pension contribution is made, irrespective of using your brought forward allowances. In other words, you cannot carry back pension contributions to prior years for tax purposes. Rather, you just get the tax relief when you make the payment. I hope that tries and simplifies pension contributions and tax reliefs for you. However, remember that the maximum can be reduced depending on your earnings, and therefore it is worth taking financial advice before you make any contributions. As well as speak to us if you want some tax advice around it. We're happy to work with your financial advisor to ensure that you obtain the best possible advice. Thank you for listening.